Morning. It is 6:45 in the morning. I have been up since probably 5. And I want to give a shout out to Nomad Patriot. I'm guessing you are the one that had wanted a budget to get to the RTR up until the present. Now, you have to understand, this is not going to be the same for everybody. It's always going to vary, because everybody's going to be different. The budgets are always going to be different. And from what I spend from one month to the next is different. It could change in a heartbeat. It depends on the location. It depends on what you're using. If you're using more water or if you're using more propane. There's a lot of variables in this, so you have to understand this. Okay? Also, today I'm going to talk about the difference, which is, let me put this first. This is kind of like the elephant in the room that nobody ever wants to talk about. So I'm going to discuss the difference between SSDI and SSI, which is your Social Security Disability. And it's going to get to the point where I don't know if people are going to hopefully understand this, but I got some stuff out which I will end up putting like right here in this area, so that way you can see it. That's why I'm kind of off kilter. But, you know, I'm a redneck, so I'm always off kilter. So anyway, for me, just to get to the RTR, just to leave, I had to have at least $750. That's what I left with from Washington State. Now, I ended up having to get tires, and I got them off of Amazon, and here's the link to that. But I will let you know, the price I paid was not $105 for 2. It was only $81 for 2, and the price has gone up. There's a lot of things that I had previously gotten on Amazon that were really cheap, and now they have gone up. Everything that I have purchased for the RV or purchased in the past, the price has gone up by at least $20 on every freaking item. So, that being said, but that's what I paid. I paid $81. I bought 2 sets, so I bought 4 tires. That's what I needed to have to leave. I also had to do maintenance on the truck. I had to get the oil changed. I got to get the fluids checked. I wanted to make sure I actually put new brakes on. The new brakes on the excuse me. The new brakes I put on the truck are ceramic. I did some research before I had actually got brakes on it. But they said for pulling a travel trailer, ceramic brakes were the best. And they would last you the longest. So that's what it took for me to leave. Now, up to date to the present, and I'm sorry, I have a runny nose, so if you catch me wiping my nose, and I know a lot of you have seen me do it, I'll just kind of like this. I don't know what it is about the desert, but I cannot keep my hands off my frickin' nose since I've been down here. It's either really dry and I'm pardon. My nose is really itchy and everything is all dried up and it just itches like hell. Or when I first wake up in the morning, everything is like really loose and it's like, yeah. So anyway, so now we'll get into like the monthly part of it. Now, this varies from month to month, like I said in the beginning. I have 2 30-pound, 7-gallon propane tanks. Actually, I have 3 of them all together, but 2 of them are actually on the RV. I go through one of those in about 30 days. I'm going to say 25 to 30 days, one tank. And that's what I get it to last. Now, if I cook more, it won't last as long. And that's running my refrigerator, like 24/7. Well, actually, let me put it this way. At nighttime, I actually shut the refrigerator off because I'm not in it. And it could save up to, anywhere from 6 to 8 hours of propane time, and I got the frickin' hiccups. Damn it. Another thing that I have to put into my budget is dumping tanks and getting water. It depends, and this depends on your location. This can run anywhere from $10 to 25, maybe even up. I don't know. The highest I've seen it is 25. The lowest I've seen it is 11. So, and it could vary from location. There's a lot of variables in that. Now, I can usually go 14 to 21 days without having to dump. I've gotten real good about conserving water, but I also, in the back of my truck out there, I have 28 gallons of water that I can put into my tank if I need to, if I run out or if I run low. So that helps. So groceries, like, I'm going to say about 100 to 125 every 2 weeks. That usually lasts me. It depends on what I get. I know if I get fresh fruit and vegetables like I have started to bin, I know that's going to go up a little bit more. So, and now that I'm trying to eat a little healthier, I know my grocery bill is going to go up. So that can change. Something that doesn't change, and this is every 2 weeks, and I know y'all are going to give me crap about it, and where did I do with it? This right here. It's not... that's an every 2 week thing. I don't care what anybody says. Oh, you could save money by stopping that. No, my mama didn't raise no quitter. I'm not quitting. The last time I tried to quit, and I'll tell you this quick story. I was married to my ex-wife. It was about 2006 or 2007. And I tried quitting, and I tried to get some of that herbal chew, the stuff that was non-nicotine or non-whatever. And I turned into such a dick that my ex-wife said, "Where's the keys to the truck?" And I said, "Well, they're there." She left. She came back. She had a can of Copenhagen in her hand. She threw it at me. Literally threw the can at me and said, if you ever try to quit again, I swear to God, I will kill you. So, you know, it's one of the last guilty pleasures I have. And I'm not quitting. I don't care if somebody likes it or not. Hopefully, you know, whoever I end up with is going to be okay with it, because that's the one thing that I still do that I enjoy. I've been doing it for 40 years. March 10th of this past year of 2018 was my 40th year of chewing. So, yeah, I've been doing it since I was 8 years old. Another story. I won't even get into it. Anyway, I love my grandpappy. So, anyway. I try to hold back about $50 a month for emergency. Oh, wait a minute. I didn't even go into the snuff and how much it costs. Snuff every 2 weeks is about $80. But what I try to do is I will go to, like, the Indian reses. I will go to some place that is a lot cheaper, so that way when I buy it, and if it's cheaper than normal, then I'll pick up extra. So that way the following month I don't have to pick up as much. So it varies depending on the price of what it is. So if I have enough, just like this past month and a half, I actually had 5 can rolls in my freezer, and I still haven't bought any yet. This was a month and a half ago. So I have 5 can rolls. I still have 1 in the freezer, and I have 3 in the fridge. So, still doing pretty good. I need to go pick up some today, because I like keeping it in stock, and every 2 weeks I always pick up some. So it doesn't matter. I might only pick up 3 rolls, which may end up only being, $70. But that will give me 4 rolls in my freezer, so I try to keep it stocked. Another thing, I try to hold back about $50 a month for an emergency purpose. Now, this could be for gas, it could be for, food, or, if I have a blowout, or, if I need to get, now I have tire kits and shit like that I can, or tire plugs, so in case I get a flat tire, I can just plug the tire. Hopefully I won't have to deal with that too much longer, and I can get some new tires. We'll have to wait and see. Anyway, so it doesn't matter. You could have a small emergency where a pipe breaks and you have to go get pieces to fix the pipe or whatever. I always try to hold back $50 a month. I've got a little bit of a nest, not big, but you know, a couple $100 saved up from saving back money a month. Another thing I try to do is I try to save about $100 worth of gas. Now that gas, and that's for my truck or for my little gas cans. And now that I have a generator, which I have not had to use yet, I will have to have gas for that. So I want to try to keep my gas to a minimum. Even though if I decide to travel long places, it's probably going to cost me a little bit more to go places. So that's going to vary. But now that I've got some financial situation fixed, hopefully that won't be a big deal, and I will be able to travel a little bit further and a little bit more. So that way I'm not having to sit for a long period of time. So, okay, now that that's out of the way, now we're going to go into the what is the difference between SSDI and SSI. Now, I'm going to read this word for word. I wrote it down, but I'm going to put it up here. The main difference between SSDI and SSI is the fact that SSDI is available to workers who have accumulated significant number of work credits, while SSI disability benefits are available to low-income individuals who have never worked or who haven't earned enough work credits to qualify for SSDI. So what that means, people who have SSDI, like me, I busted my ass for 30 years and I qualified for SSDI because I had a lot of work credits. And the jobs that I had actually paid really good. I didn't have like a $5 to $10 an hour job. I had upwards of, $15 to $25 to $30 an hour jobs. So my work credit built up, and that's why it gives me the opportunity to give more. Because the biggest thing is you talk to people who say that they're on SSI out here, they're on Social Security Disability, and that's one thing is a big no-no. Nobody likes talking about what they make, okay? The reason why some people make more is if they're on disability from a worker standpoint and they get hurt on the job, depending on the work credit. See, now, someone else who has SSDI, like myself, we won't make the same because we didn't work the same jobs. Our jobs were different. But I worked enough jobs to where my SSDI is a pretty good amount. But you get these people, how come you make more than I do? That's not fair. How come you get more? Well, it's because I busted my ass. That's the only way to put it. I'm not trying to piss anybody off. I'm not trying to make anybody feel bad. But people who didn't work or didn't work as much. Now, don't get me wrong, because I know there's a lot of women out there that have busted their asses waitressing tables and doing a lot of manual stuff, but they didn't get the pay that someone else did. And is that fair? No, it's not fair, because they busted their ass just as much. But where the difference was the pay in the job. And yes, if you cut my hands off, I'd never be able to talk. So if you've noticed, my hands kind of go back and forth. But when it comes down to it, I worked a lot of really good paying jobs. That's why I get the amount that I get from SSDI. And some other person, because I've heard people go, well, I only get like $700 a month. Well, I think that is actually the minimum. I think $680 is the minimum that you get a month. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that. But I know there's people that only get $700. There's other people like me that get significantly more. but that deals with the jobs that I did and how much work credit I had built up to that point. So when they retired me, they went back and they looked at my work history. So when they did my work history, I mean, it freaking added up because I had a lot of good paying jobs, and a couple of them I was there for quite a while. And then, other than that, there's some that, I didn't stay as long, but it just all goes down to how you worked. A lot of people don't like talking about it. I figured right now is the best time to say something about it, because people get pissed off. They're like, oh, it's just not fair. You make more than I do. It is what it is. It depends on the jobs you worked. So it's nobody's fault but your own of what you get for disability. Did I know this before I got disability? No, I had no clue. I didn't even know this shit was going to happen. But now that it has happened, I've learned a lot more, and I've kind of educated myself on how this happens. But what really gets me and what really pisses me off is that people are like, I've discussed it with a few people of what I make, not very many, and people get pissed. I get 2 checks a month. I get one from disability, and then I get one from pension. So I earned a pension from where I work. So instead of giving me a lump sum when they forced me into retirement, they ended up giving me a pension check. My pension check is a hell of a lot more than my disability. But I will tell you right now that, God, I don't even want to do this. I will tell you right now, my disability is $1,000 a month. That's what I get. So we'll leave it at that. My pension is more than that. I will put it that way. I can live decently comfortable. Okay, like I always do, I always go back and watch my video. The one thing I did not put in here is that I also have a truck payment, an RV payment, insurance, cell phone bill, just like everybody else. So I still pay those payments. The truck payment is, if you owned a truck, a newer truck, the payments are quite big. The RV payment is not as bad, but I had to break in and I wanted to tell you, I'm not making a crap ton of money. I'm making enough to live, but if I didn't have the truck payment and or the RV payment, it would be a lot easier, and I'd be able to do a lot more stuff than I would like to be able to do. So I just wanted to cut in, and I wanted to say that real quick, and now we'll go back to the original video. I literally broke my back to get that, and have had my knee replaced to get that. So, and I just did. I worked my ass off to get that. I don't think it's right that there are people out there that have had jobs like a waitress, or a construction worker or something like that, that have really, they've really abused their body in the jobs that they've done, and it's not fair that they don't get as much. I think that's really messed up. I don't know how to ever change it. I don't know. All I know is that, yeah, it is screwed up. But that's what I make. My budget changes from month to month. I do get all my bills paid, and I have just a very little left over. I'm not going to say how much, but I have a little bit left over. But I always try to save as much as I can in case of an emergency. For an example, flat tires. If you're going to live this life, you better be ready for flat tires. That's all I can say. It doesn't happen a lot. But I will tell you right now that when your tread on your tires starts wearing down a lot more than you want them to, then you're going to start getting a lot more flat tires. When I first came out here, I did not have one because I had decent tread. But the tires I have on my truck are not rated to pull this RV. So that's why I need to get the tires that are actually rated to pull this. And I had a lot of tread on my Toyo tires when I came out here. Pulling this trailer with regular, just half-ton truck tires, the tread has went down considerably. And that's why I had to replace the 2 back ones. So, and that's why I need all 4 new tires right now on my truck, because the tread is starting to get down there quite a bit. But when I buy the tires, I have to get the ones that I need for the truck. So, and I'm still trying to find cheaper tires than what I found, because those BF Goodrich were $241 a piece, and those is what I need. But I'm still looking to see if there's anything cheaper out there, and so far I haven't found nothing. So, but I'm going to keep looking. I'm sure they're out there, and I've got to find them. But so that's kind of what I wanted to get into. Today I'm going to be cleaning my truck. I'm actually going to be going to Phoenix tomorrow. I think I've got to text my buddy that lives down there. I haven't seen him. God, me and him used to play on the PlayStation a lot, and I haven't really talked to him in probably 6 years or so. So I'm going to be taking a trip. Today's Friday. Don't ask me the date because I have no freaking clue. I'll probably end up putting it like right down here. But I haven't talked to him in probably 2 or 3 years, and haven't really, had contact with him in probably 6 or 7. So, but he contacted me the other day on Instagram, and I'm going to run down there, and I'm going to spend the day down there with him and see what he's up to. So I'll probably end up recording a little bit of that going down there. I don't know if I'll record him or not, because I don't know if he wants to be on YouTube. I'm very respectful to people who do not want that, and so I will ask them first. So that it is what it is. But I gotta clean my baby today. Holy crap! That was rude. Freaking yawned right in the middle of the video. Anyway, I gotta clean my baby today. I want to get her cleaned out on the inside. She is like, oh. I'm surprised she hasn't been pissed off at me, because she's dirty on the inside. She needs a good cleaning. I'll probably do kind of a walkthrough of what she looks like to begin with, and then I'll probably, like do one of the snap my fingers and afterwards, and show you what it looks like afterwards after I get done cleaning it. So I'll probably end up doing that, and then I'm probably going to go somewhere and have the old girl washed, and because she looks filthy. God, poor thing. Anyway. So we'll leave that right there as that is. I got another little clip I wanted to put in here, and it was from 2 days ago. So I'm going to put that in right after this. And then I wanted to thank you for joining me. I hope this has answered your questions. If there's anything else more, or anything more that you want to know about my budget or anything like that, let me know. Like I said, I have no problem telling you guys, or what I deal with. But the thing is, what's hard is trying to tell you what you're going to deal with, because I have no clue. And you're not going to run into it until you actually run into it. So it's kind of hard to say, what your expenses are going to be, or what you're going to have to deal with. But every person's going to be different. It's never going to be the same. So, just, you got to be careful. Make sure you plan ahead, and always be safe. That's the main thing. Make sure you have a little extra for backup. My biggest mistake when I first left is I didn't have enough for backup, because I saved out $750 for gas. Dumb me, which I didn't think. When I put the trailer on behind the truck and I came through the mountains of, Washington, and then Oregon, and then Northern California, boy, did I go through fuel. Holy crap, did I go through fuel. I think at one point I was only getting like 6 miles to the gallon, and that was with the fully loaded trailer on the back. Did not take that into consideration, and I probably would. And I kicked myself in the butt for that, because I was like, holy crap. So when I got down here to Arizona, I only had $100 left. That's it. And I had to wait till my check came in, and that was still 14 days away. So, but it'll be all right. everything turned out fine. Everything is actually great now. I'm getting things done that I need to get done. I still haven't got the couch all the way done. I don't even really want to show you this, but my buddy Ty ended up giving me 2 old leather couch cushions to put on my couch. And they're a little big. So, but yeah, that still has a lot of work to do. I'm still trying to figure out how to do things with the couch. I don't know how I'm going to do it yet. That's still a work in progress. I still haven't got the trim for the backsplash. I'm still trying to do that. There's a few other small things I've got to do. But everything, I mean, for the foremost, I've got all the big shit done that I needed to get done. The only thing I need to do, which I'm really leery of, and I don't think I'm going to end up doing it, is turning the shackles around on the axles. The more research I've done on that, the more it's going to end up, I think I'm going to end up screwing shit up, is what I'm going to do. And I do not want to do that because I do not want to wreck, or I do not want to destroy my home. So I think I'm going to leave it like the way it is. And I'm just going to have to save the money and get 2 new straight axles. If I change out these axles, which I've showed you in previous videos, if I change out the axles, I'm going to gain 5 inches. That's what she said. Oh yeah, I know, I'm corny. Anyway, if I change out the axles, I will gain 5 inches of height of clearance. So that way I don't have to worry about dragging my stabilizer jacks anymore, or my plumbing, or anything. So, and I think that's what I'm going to try to do. Is it the smart thing to do? Yes, it's the smart thing to do, to just change out the axles to the straight axles instead of the ones that I have, which are the, I don't even know. I hate them. I hate the axles that are on here. I think they're stupid. But the straight axles will give me about 5, maybe 6 inches of clearance more than what I have. So, and I'll do it that way, and that is the very smart way to do things. So, anyway, I'm going to shut up. I'm rambling. I love you guys. Love one another. Be kind to one another. And live life. You honestly don't know how much time you're going to have left. Take care. What's up, y'all? Puddin' here. Just wanted to make this little video. I'm trying to get myself healthier. Actually, I went to the grocery store last night, bought a shit ton of vegetables and fruits and stuff for salads and things that are good for me. And so today I thought I would run by a fitness center to see, you know, how much it was. Let me turn the radio down, sorry. So I'd go by the fitness center just to see what they were going to charge to start, you know, working out. You know, at my highest weight, I was at 375. I've gotten down to right at about 300 to 310 in that area, and I need to lose more, and I want to lose more, but I want to go to the next level. Holy crap, just to get started in a fitness center is over $300. Are you freaking kidding me? How in the hell does somebody afford that? I just don't get it. If somebody can explain to me how that happens, or why they charge so much. And you have to understand, with my back problems and my knee replacement, I need a little help, so I have to get somebody in there, and that even costs more than what it's going to cost to go. Holy crap. So if anybody can explain to me, the last time I was in a gym was over 20 years ago. They charge $20 a month, a flat fee, that's it, you go in. They have people there that will help you out, and they will explain stuff to you and, you know, get you through the shit you had to go through. Pardon the French. I'm a little upset because I can't believe the prices. But what has caused everything to change so much to where now they are charging so much more money just to get physically fit? And then they wonder why people are fat. Doesn't take 2 and 2 to make a rocket scientist. Holy crap.
Just a good old boy, never meaning no harm. Beats all you never saw, been in trouble with the law since the day they was born.